Nautilus, if you can go ahead and come out in the middle with your E100. Everybody kind of zoom in on it, get a good look at it, look at your reticle, see what you got. There are some definite weak spots on this tank that allow you to pin it and damage it, the back especially. The sides can be weak between the wheels. You can always hit the front wheel and track it. Do you see the cable hangers in the front of the tank? That is a possible penetration point for somebody with a large enough cannon. If you see it, try to figure out how to kill it with what you have.
Harv, as far as shooting at the back of the E100, is the back of the turret or the back of the actual tank a better place to shoot at?
They're both at 150 millimeters.
I'd say turret, since turret's got less slope.
So, definitely the turret is probably a good area. Nautilus, did we ever figure out where your ammo rack was?
No, we did not get an ammo rack on this.
Okay.
How about how to torch it from the back?
I might know too.
It's back side of turret.
That's generally thought most German tanks are, but on this one we tried it several times and we could not get an ammo rack.
Well then, underneath on the front of the turret on the side, also place check.
Yeah.
Okay, we got about 10 seconds left for the E100.
Here, can I go up and show you what I mean?
If you're using
Yeah,
hit skins, those things get outdated quite often, to be honest.
Yeah, so did
Right
mine.
there where my gun's pointing.
Shoot it.
Okay.
It made a hole. Oh.
Made a hole, but you didn't damage me.
Okay.
Yeah, I know.
Alright, so Nautilus, go ahead and back up. Let's bring the, you know what, Tab, you're already out there, so come on in.
There's a lot of stuff on this one.
This is a tank destroyer called the Jagdtiger. It's a tier 9. It does have a massive cannon on it. You do not want to be in front of this thing. If he can hit you, he will damage you. However, most of the tank itself is running 80 millimeters around the sides armor, so the whole sides and back are good spots to hit the tank. The front is at 250 millimeters, so unless you've got just the best cannon in the game, don't expect a pin from the front. Does anybody?
Can you keep it spinning, Tab?
What about lower glacius?
Just
Yeah.
Lower
Lower
glacius
plate.
is always a good spot. If you have the right angle, you don't want to be up close to it and try to hit the lower glacius, because then your angle's wrong. It's just gonna put it in the ground.
So how far do you want to be back? At least 50 meters if you're trying to shoot the lower glacius.
I would say minimum that.
Versus rear.
Doesn't
Now,
already
one thing I've found on German tanks, if you look at his left side, there's a loop of cable at the back on all the German tanks, the Low, the Tiger II, the Jagdtiger. If you can get rounds inside those cable loops, you will damage these tanks.
What about ammo rack?
Has anybody got an idea where the ammo rack is on it?
The ammo rack for this one is in that everyone sees on his back corner, that little looks like a window. That's it. In my Jagdtiger, if I get hit there, I'm automatically ammo racked. So basically that little window in the back of his turret is that ammo rack spot.
Can we try it?
You're not talking where the extra track sections are you?
No, he's talking about the doors
The little
on the back
swing out
of
doors.
Got it, right in the center of the back.
Yep.
Can we shoot it and try?
And most are already higher than tier 6, like on the Russian line. If I penetrate the side of it, it's normally a one-shot kill.
What happens if you hit the armor rack? The armor will be decreased?
If you're lucky, you will explode the ammo and take the tank out. Otherwise, you will definitely slow his loading time up. You may kill the loader. So go ahead and back up, Tab and Tab. Alright,
Yeah.
let's get the IS-7 in the middle. This is probably the single most popular tank for clan battles currently. It's fast, it's mean, it's hard to penetrate.
And
It
it's got
does
an
have
ammo rack.
It's got a great gun. If you look the front of it, the very front point is a good spot to hit if you have enough cannon. There's 210 millimeters of armor all the way around the front and sides of the turret. Only 94 in the back, so the back of the turret's a good kill point. The back of the tank only has 60 mils, so if you get around behind it and shoot it, you'll do damage. The glacis, the lower glacis on the front of the tank is a good spot. There is something along the right hand side of the tank that I hit last night on WAF that took his gasoline tanks and his ammo rack out.
Yeah, I think I can find that.
Excuse me. Is there an option for me to come into the game?
At this point, we will catch you in the next round.
6.5 minutes.
With all the tanks, the front drive wheel, or the front wheel is where you want to shoot to track them.
Rear one works too.
The rear one will work. The sides of the tanks between the wheels are just above the tracks. Below the exposed side of the tank is typically soft. If you have a lesser tank, you do not want to try to take this thing head on and go toe to toe with it. You want to work its sides, you want to work the back.
Now, where is its spaced armor where if you pin it, it won't do any damage?
Sides. If you look at the sides, it whether look flat, that's spaced armor, it's actually a quite sharp angle.
Space armor generally applies only for HE rounds. AP rounds will go through the space armor and hit the actual meat of the tank.
Yeah.
Is there any spot on the turret besides the back that you can pin? Or is it generally bad?
That's 210 millimeters you gotta shoot through.
Only if you have a big enough gun.
Also, guys,
Right.
the front of the tank, the very front, the bottom of the peak of the nose, is penetrable by most tanks in the high range. Go ahead and face me, Sport. I'll show everyone.
Trying to find you.
See, the tank is most effective head-on. However, the weak spot, it will be right there. Circle around, show everyone where it's at. You guys see the little mark on his tank? That's a weak spot if you have a big enough caliber gun. If you hit him right there, if head-on, you will penetrate it.
Again, it depends on how close you are to it. You do want to kind of stay back, so you're decreasing the angle of impact, and you're increasing your chance for penetration. If you're too close, the angle of impact is almost straight along the armor. It will just skip right off.
Or just the side of my turret. You hit it. That did the most damage right there.
This is definitely true for the US, or the German, and the Russian tanks. If you hit the emblem with a large enough gun that penetrates, you're going to do some damage.
See where he hit me? I did almost. Took me down to 5. Yeah.
2,500, or to 25%.
Okay,
Right,
one thing I want to say, those zone kits are not accurate. I think before a lot of you guys joined, a few of us engaged training battles with the most up-to-date zone kit. They're wrong. Now, some of them, as far as engine, turret, crew, they're correct. But as far as like high tiers, I know going against E100s, that zone stuff is not 100% accurate. So don't believe everything you see.
Nice. Tell them about this tank.
Alright, this tank's basically weak all over the bottom. You can hit it anywhere. However, if you hit it in the front, your chances of crew damage or any kind of module damage are very low. Your module damage are going to come in the rear half of the tank. The sides of the turret are very weak. The rear of the turret, you're not going to do much damage as far as crew or module. Front of the turret, never hit. If you have a choice, don't even shoot your shot because you're wasting a round. That front of the turret is very strong. Rear of the turret, you have a big chance of bouncing a shot because it's pretty strong itself. However, it is worth risking a round for. Your best chance on this is to find it on the sides or get it where it's not haul down. Like I said, the hull is weak as hell. The turret is strong as hell. Avoid the turret.
If you look at the side of the turret, and I want Avalor, when I get around, there is a round hatch on the side of my turret.
I see it.
Into it. Did you load HE?
No. It's just a little wimpy 88, man. Don't pick on me.
Okay. So, I'm trying to find...
I got the 12.8.
Status. Can you hit the round hatch on the side of my turret?
I have an HE round loaded at the moment. I'll change it up.
That's
you shot your top hatch.
So the top hatch is definitely a weak spot. That's true on most US lines, including the T95. Come on out here, T95. You're slower than Christmas anyway.
Nearly there.
Alright, hold there. 305 millimeters of armor on the front. Do not expect to penetrate this tank from the front at all unless you hit directly below the gun on the lower glacis, which is very thin.
Go ahead and face me, man. I'll show them where you need to hit.
Give me a moment.
We only have about 30 seconds. The size of this tank, go ahead and shoot him, Nautilus. The size of this tank is 152.
But you see where that mark is. You see where that mark is. That's where you hit him.
Can I shoot him?
The
3 shots for.
Am I the only one that probably can do damage to him?
Swing around.
Again, don't trust your zones.
Hey Dave, turn towards me. You're right.
Yeah, right. Going right.
This is the beast.
The beast of beasts.
200 armor front, 220 on the top, on the front of the turret, 210 around the sides and back of the turret, 185 on the sides of the body, and 160 on the rear. The tracks are vulnerable. Most people cannot even pin the lower glacis of the tank. Your best bet if you see one of these is to get some buddies to help you out. Let Artie work him over. With that being said, the lower glacis on the back is a viable target. The little square spot on the rear of the tank is also a good target. Anytime you can track it, get around it, do some damage. Now, Daywar, you got more information on this one?
I got one thing. Hold still for a second, Storm. What did I do there?
Nope. Nothing.
Nothing.
About the little hatch at the rear of the turret.
Yeah.
Hit him straight on.
Y'all go ahead and try it.
That pinned right there.
Nothing.
Nah.
I thought it, take on like ventilation or something like that.
Nope.
Did that do anything?
Now, there you went.
Nope.
Lower parts of the tank. Lower parts of the tank. Rear of the tank. You're doing damage. Now, everybody hold up. We don't want to kill him.
The rear, the little hatch in the back of the turret you can penetrate. I even penetrated with the 59.
Alright, everybody cease
I
fire.
pinned it with my 1390. But I bounce off of the, with 160 on the little thing in the back.
Now,
depends on the angle.
Storm, can you turn to your left? And back up. I want everybody to be able to see this. Nautilus, can you step out here? Storm, go ahead and back up a little bit so everybody can get a good visual in the front of your tank. You remember where to shoot, Nautilus?
Mm-hmm.
We found this last night on the front of the tank. If you have enough cannon.
Okay, guys, if you have enough cannon, you want to shoot his turret on the side of the gun, on the actual turret itself, not on the gun mantle. Well, that bounce, the accuracy of this gun sucks.
I would like that.
But you want to hit it head on, basically.
You want to hit it head on. It is possible to pin it. There it is. Stop. See where the hole currently is? That is one of the few soft spots we've found where you can actually damage the tank from the front.
Storm, can you...
What about the left side of the turret? That little hatch thingy, whatever it is. The left side of the turret.
Yeah, it looks like a circle.
Without killing him, I don't want to try it right now. In general, look at the slope of the armor. If you're not coming in square on it, I doubt you pin it.
And it's too small to actually hit.
You
the chances are very
penetrate it.
small.
If you aim for the lower glacier, wouldn't it have a chance of ricocheting off and hitting the top of his hull?
What about his mud flaps?
Just track damage.
That's pure track.
The thing about the mouse is, if he has any angle on you, if he's angling any ways, it's not even worth using your shot, because you're gonna bounce it. If his turret is facing you, if he's gonna shoot you, you hit the side of his turret, right there, on his right next to his gun.
The high side. See that?
Yeah, there's a good chance you're gonna penetrate it if you have a big enough caliber. Otherwise, you're wasting a shot. You're better off aiming other people behind him or his support staff.
Yeah, taking out his support and staying out of his gun range.
This is one thing I want to add about the Mals. It's not invincible. If you can flank it, you'll win. The side skirts on my lower hull are divided into 3 zones. The front is pretty much tracks. You shoot me in the front of my hull. On the side, it's automatic tracks. The middle, you will take out my ammo if it's an HE shot and it penetrates all the way through. The back is the engine. The only way you can take out my engine is in the back quarter panel of my hull. That's the only way.
Storm, can you even hit me?
Now, that's exactly what I was about to do. I brought mediums for this specific purpose. Storm can deflate his gun a little bit. He cannot even hit the 1390. The 1390 can stay right there and whoop the shit out of his sides. You can do the same thing from the rear, if you can get around to the rear.
Actually, am I low enough?
Yeah. You can hit me right there, most likely, right?
Nope, I can't even hit the Type 59.
Try the E50. I think I'm a little taller.
Now, think about other tanks that you see out there. The Low, the T30, the E100. Those style tanks are tall. If you have one of these smaller mediums, you can get up next to them and whoop them, and they can't damage you. And what Ava's doing right there is the way you can work a Moss that can hit you, or another heavy tank that can't hit you. By keeping his barrel moving, he doesn't know exactly where you're going to be when it's time for him to shoot.
New Age, can you hit me?
I think I hit the top of your turret.
Yeah, it looks like it.
And remember, guys, this turret turns slow. So even most heavies can outflank me.
Okay, let's get the Moss out of there. Let's get the... I want the Lowy in there this time.
Quick
How many of
question
y'all...
about
Go ahead.
Sorry, quick question about the mouse. Because it's so low, would the IS-7 or the IS-4 be able to sit on the side of it, or is it too wide?
Too wide.
IS-7 because the nature of tier 10 tanks, they kind of make them bigger than they should be, cannot do that. So I can get an IS-7 and no matter where I'm at, he's always going to be able to hit me.
But he's only going to hit your turret, which is not very easy to punch.
Yeah, but I'm so close and hits observation deck.
Yeah, he can hit the weak points on the turret. You know, the points that you have to get point blank, you can always hit those. And the fact is, the IS-7 cannot go around him fast enough to circle him. Because while it's fast, it doesn't have the acceleration.
Who brought the Lowy?
Nobody.
Nobody. Okay, J Phoenix, jump to the middle, please. While the armor values are subtly different, this is the low hull. It has 150 on the front, 80 on the sides and rear. The Tiger II turret on the top has 185 front and 80 all the way around. They're tough tanks to penetrate from the front. It can be done with the lower glacis, the machine gun nest in the front, and the hatch at the top of the turret. The sides are very vulnerable. The rear is vulnerable. J Phoenix, where else can you be damaged?
You can actually go for the front turret quite easy as long as you've got about 180 pen.
I've been pinned on the front. Like,
still
on the front, to the left of the gun. I've had people hit me there. And
yeah, just look at me and I'll show you. This might work. Other Frenchie.
Alright, what do you want me to do?
Just look at me.
I'm looking.
Yeah, one of the spots, because the, there you go. Because the face is so flat, you can, as long as you've got about 180 pen, you can actually go through the turret face rather than the actual upper glacis.
Okay.
So if he's hold down.
Basically, don't hit the mantle. It's easy to get up close. From far away, it's a lot more difficult to hit. But the weakest point was always going to be the little observation deck on top of the tank.
Anytime you can hit a commander's hatch, it is very beneficial. You will damage the tank, you will damage a crew member. If you look around, most of the tanks, except for the Moss, the IS series, have them. The Tiger II has got, like I said, so it's got the same hull as the low, so you can use these same tactics when hitting it low, tracking it, working between the wheels just above the tracks to deal damage and take the tanks out.
I would add though that the low's turret is obviously round and far more sloped, and it bounces shots, so turret shots on the lower not very effective.
Currently we're seeing a big push down the US heavy tree, so the T-34 is our next victim.
Well, that's easy. Shoot everywhere except for the front turret.
Yeah.
The value series. Now, you've got to look at the turret to understand what the turret is. The turret is 279 in the front, 127 in the sides.
The rear doesn't matter.
Hard die.
Yeah. One of the things I've noticed though with the American, their turrets actually turn a lot faster than you think. I've tried circling them a few times and they can quite easily outturn me even in this thing.
Yeah.
Here, let me. Yeah, I'm going too slow. Wasn't me.
Harv DC real quick, so just
Yeah,
back.
Harv turned out. But yeah, DOR was very accurate. Those turrets turn very fast. One of the first things you want to do on this tank is try to track it. Because if you can track it, the turret cannot turn as fast because he can't turn his body. So usually medium tanks come around the side and circle him. Heavy tanks cannot. Of course, if it's a heavy tank, you don't have to worry about being tracked. You can just sit up from a distance and hit his body from whatever range you want. That body is weak, and anyone can penetrate it. The front of the turret is very strong. Go ahead and face me. The weak points are the sides. So I'm going to go ahead and hit you right now. Well, I used an HE round, my bad. But an AP round would hit that too. If you don't hit the gun mantle, you can penetrate the sides of the front. What you're not going to hit is that gun mantle, which takes up most of the front. From any distance, you're probably going to hit the gun mantle. Sides of the turret are pretty strong. Rear of the turret on an upgraded model, and you see that extra plating right there, is very difficult to hit. It has
touchpad.
like 2 something, I believe, on the rear with the upgraded. Your best bet if you just have the rear and aim for the body.
It's sport. Your mic.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Could I try locking up this turret?
If you know where to hit it, lock it up. I would say go for it so we can all see.
I believe it's supposed to hit. I've never been able to, I haven't had much chance to try. I believe it's supposed to hit right in between where it connect with the hull and the turret.
It's a hard shot.
Did you get a turret damage, New Age?
Yeah, I took out the turret.
Yep. See where the hole is?
Well, that's a very difficult shot to make at range. If you're up close, it might be worth taking out.
Yeah,
but like
this
I
is.
said, at range, it's very difficult to hit.
But it slows down his turret quite a bit. Makes it possible to circle if you damage it. And this is up close. This is a very precise gun.
And that's why they made repair kits.
Yep. Yeah.
Well, then you track him and you do another crit, or shoot him in the turret again.
Well, it's really kind of dumb to repair your tracks because it normally just happens again.
All right, let's get New Age. Let's get New Age out, and D-War, go ahead and put your bat chat in.
They're repairing. Sorry,
Is the new big tank nowadays. Okay, this is what everybody wants to have. From the front, it's going to put a bunch of rounds in you. It's going to shoot very fast, and it's going to hit you hard each round. D-War, how much damage can you put within a minute?
Well, I'm using the small gun, but I can do about 1500 with this gun, and if I got the 100 mil, I can do about 1800. I can't take out tier 10, but I can quite happily whip up my tier 9 minus any bounces in about 10 seconds, 12 seconds.
So you guys hear that? He can do a ton of damage in a short period of time. His problem is when he runs out of ammo, he's gonna have to reload. So you never take these guys on alone. If you have 2 guys, that's your best bet. Your next best bet, if you have an HE round, okay, you cannot penetrate it with an HE round in the front, but if you get around his back, and I'm gonna hit you with an HE round, excuse me, I'm gonna kill you. But if you get around his back, you can hit the back of his turret or the back of his hull, and an HE round should penetrate, and you would do massive damage. I did 660 to him right there. And not only will you do that, a lot of damage, you also go ahead and knock out a bunch of modules with that.
You took my track.
See, I hit the back of his turret, and I took his track. But basically, yeah.
Yeah, that's weird.
It's a small tank, you would do a lot of module damage and HE round on those guys. That's your best first shot if you can get the side or back of him, is using an HE round. Other than that, never face these guys alone. They're fast, they have a lot of power, and they will fuck you up quickly. I mean, that's just plain simple. If you face them alone, you're screwed. If you do face them alone, hit the tracks in front and just get away. Scoot until you get back up. If you're one-on-one in a like last tank situation, try to get him to shoot his shots and count them. Because as soon as he's done with his 6th shot, you move in. Because it's going to take him, what, 40 seconds to reload his next one?
20 to 30.
Yeah, so it takes
25.
So you have a brief window when he's reloading, but pretty much that's pure offense, no defense on that tank. You can hit him with an AP round in any direction, anywhere, and it's going to penetrate for 2 full damage.
What's the top speed on the bat chat?
65.
65.
Damn.
Can I have a little input here? Notice, I don't know if you're going to shoot you, but can we see how fast the bat shot with the small gun can kill you from behind?
Alright, go ahead.
Shall I show you from the front?
Now screw the front, to take the back.
Take the real damage.
Because I had a bad shot with the big gun behind me once, and I think he brought me down to 11% or something.
Better ready your lube.
It's pornography.
And I'm done.
And he's on
And
fire.
that's the big gun.
That's
Oh
a
no,
small
that's
gun.
that's a small gun. Exactly.
Can I finish him off?
Hey, Notice, just to let you know, Harv texted me he lost all power at his house right now, so I told him he had pretty much taken over.
Alright, no problem. Well, and I'll tell you that 1390 is just as dangerous, if not more.
And I've reloaded.
It's small. That 1390 is hard to hit from any distance. It's small, it's fast, and it has the same firepower as a Lorraine.
But if you hit it, you're gonna hit it hard because there's no armor.
Oh, I bounced 2 E100 rounds the other day, last Clan Wars.
T-Ward, you have the small gun, right?
I got the small gun. I've got the same. It does the same damage as the 39, but I just shoot and reload it faster. And then
Alright.
of course.
Go ahead and shoot the back of my turret to the left or to the right of the little door hatch. Try to keep it equal with the little, I guess,
That ammo rack.
knobs on the left. That should be my ammo rack. Go ahead and shoot that.
Where is it again? On the back?
On the back.
You want me to do it?
Do you know where it's at?
Yeah.
Well, you'll take me out in one shot. I want someone who can do it without
Hold on,
killing me in one shot.
the back and the left.
I do 200 some damage.
Alright, go ahead and do it then.
Alright, well stop moving so I can make sure I actually hit it.
I'll turn my back to you. A little higher than that.
Let me see the spot.
You weren't able to ammo rack me, but generally, guys, take a good look at this, okay? This is where you ammo rack an IS-7, and you can take an IS-7 in one shot by hitting that general area.
So up higher, you said?
Yeah, generally, it's right there, right where the second shot was.
Must have gotten unlucky there.
Basically
Yeah,
somewhere in between that little pouch and that little hanger.
Yeah, basically, that's where you want to hit it. And you're gonna... Hold on one second. Alright, sorry about that, guys. But generally, you can take out an IS-7 one shot. The problem is getting behind an IS-7. So if you're ever behind one, that's where you want to take your shot at. In those rear parts of the turret. Because you can kill an IS-7 in one shot easily by that.
Alright, what tank we got next?
Alright, let's go ahead and put in the Type 59.
Oh, my favorite.
Spike. Pull out right now, electric. We'll put you in a bit. Type 59, you guys see these all the times. They bounce shots like crazy if you don't have a big gun. The thing is, the weak part on this tank is if you get up front on them, go ahead and, I'm on my engine damage, but face hug me real quick. If they face hug you, and that's a very popular tactic with the E100s, what you want to do is you want to zoom in and aim for the commander's observation deck right there. On the right side from my facing on the turret. You want to hit the bottom part of it because you have a good chance of penetrating it and doing full damage. On his right side, stay where we are, Spike. Give me a second. Alright. Okay, Fiddle, I'm gonna want to go ahead and shoot you. Ask you to shoot in a second. Where my gun is sticking in on his hull. A little bit lower than that, though.
A little bit lower.
Yeah.
Right there.
Nothing. There's a high possibility of ammo racking main that spawns.
Yeah, well, a little bit lower. Actually, just a little bit lower. Okay, that's fine. I want you guys to look at that. If you have a chance to hit him, Type 59 in that spot right there, there's a very high chance of him getting ammo racked. And you can possibly kill him in one shot right there.
Go ahead and the back of a turret.
Type 59, that's your best shot, actually. Back of the turret, you have a high chance of bouncing too.
And on the front, isn't there supposed to be like a gas tank / ammo rack?
Z-Pike, face me, IS-3. Face me, IS-3. Your left. Oh, there you go. I'll show you guys where.
Bottom left, is he facing you?
So that's another spot. You might want to hit a little bit higher, but you need a high caliber gun to hit him straight higher. But that's basically where you can ammo rack and kill those things in one shot. Now, they're kind of the bane of everyone's existence. The general tactic to take these guys out is you want to hit their track and immobilize them. Once they're immobilized, everyone can gang up on them. And that's the important thing on these guys. Don't take them alone. They're powerful up front. They're weak in the rear and the sides.
Front turret is extreme and front armor will bounce a lot of shots.
Alright, go ahead and get out of the circle real quick.
And Dennis, can we send the IS out there?
1 second, I gotta put in electric. Electric, come in real quick. Okay, if you overmatch on these guys and you have no chance, you want to load an HE round, go ahead and face me, electric. IS-7. If you have a chance, go ahead and put an HE round right next to this turret. Face me, electric. Put an HE round right next to this gun. And how much module damage did you take, electric?
I didn't take any.
Any? Really?
No.
Well, generally, hitting right next to his turret, you can hit his gunner, or you can hit his gun, or a loader. Because an HE round has like an area effect, you know, explosive inside the tank, so you have a good chance of doing more damage than just something. So if you ever like overmatch, that's the first thing you want to do on the tank. Hit right next to his gun, because you could have a chance to knock out his gun, and you know, you might have the next shot available to you.
Would less ammo like contribute to getting ammo racked easier or anything?
No.
No. I thought if you have no ammo at all, you can't get ammo racked.
No, I mean like half.
No, it doesn't make it any less. It's just you have some or none, basically.
Yeah, you can have one round in your tank and still get ammo racked.
Alright, let's get that IS.
Sorry, Shadow. Got a touchpad to keep on slipping.
Well, by the way, guys, you can one-shot an IS with an IS-3.
Oh yes, I've done that. With my French tank and IS, rear back of the turret, you just plop around to the rear of this turret. It'll blow up.
IS is a very easy tank to take out. It's very sloped for its tier, but you're normally going to see it in higher tiers. If you have a tier for tier, it's a very hard tank to take out. It's very sloped for its tier. So front shots will penetrate, except for the little driver's hatch, the little driver's slit you see, you can penetrate that easily. The turret you want to avoid at all costs unless you hit it from the rear or the sides. The back, you want to avoid hitting the back because it's very sloped unless you can hit the rear of the turret. Generally these tanks you want to go ahead and track and move around. They turn fast and the turret also turns fast. Easy tank to kill if you're higher up. You can hit the very top of the tank like up here and do damage. The commander's observation deck sticks out a lot. Very easy part to hit when you're up close to a tank. Anyone have any problem with these tanks?
Well, I just want to add that it got a major gun. If it has the biggest gun, you don't want to be in low tier and fight it alone, because she's gonna kill you rather easy.
Well, generally, you don't ever fight any heavy tank alone, especially if you're on a lower tier than it. But history, yeah, I think for its tier has a very good gun. Not very accurate. If you can engage it at range, you want to engage it at range. But generally, just stay away from its gun side if it's equal or lower tier or higher tier than you. Okay, Persian, come out and drive away. VR Raven. Pure Russian, come out. Come in the middle of the circle. 4502. It's a fast tank. It's the IS of German tanks. Easy to penetrate from all sides, except when it faces you. Like, go ahead and face me. Okay. IS-7. Okay. The thing is, if you guys play this tank, never face an opponent forward. Always angle at him about 30 degrees. Go ahead and angle your hull to me. Right there. Stop. A little more to my side. A little more. My side. My side. Stop. Okay, that's about the angling you want if you drive that tank. It's a very easy tank to penetrate, except when it angles. Like, my big caliber would go straight to him, but most tanks, tier 8 and tier 9s have a chance of penetrating at this range. We part of the tank is, of course, everywhere. This is not a very strong tank to play. It's very fast, it turns quick, turns quick, and it angles very well, especially with the latest update.
5 seconds.